There's obviously a lot of soul searching right now going on within the Democratic Party, and that's a good thing. But what I worry about is that in the course of all that soul searching, some Democrats might reach the wrong sweeping conclusions. Another one of the lines that ran over and over again in those ads and throughout right-wing media is this idea that America is faced with a crisis of boys playing in girls' sports. Now, these ads created this perception that the issues of trans kids playing sports was dominating schools across the country, which is completely false.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now, and it should come as no surprise that Democrats decided that no, they could not give a single vote in the United States Senate towards banning men from playing women's sports. Now, the public has spoken on this loud and clear. They hate the idea that women's opportunities are being taken by men at every single level. And the United States Senate is so audience captured that they could not come on board with a vast majority of the American people.
Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville's efforts to pass his Women and Girls in Sports Act has failed. The act would have essentially banned transgender athletes from competing for a sports team that doesn't align with their identity. The White House says that it also recognizes the term sex as based solely on reproductive biology and genetics. Adding this act would have complemented President Trump's executive order called Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports. Tuberville says that this is the third time this act has come up for a vote since it was first introduced.
Now, I used the phrase audience capture very intentionally earlier on in this video, and there's a reason for that. There are people inside my industry on television, radio, and on social media who will tell you one thing and believe another personally. They are afraid of their audience. They are captured by that audience. United States senators apparently get that way as well, because there is no way that this group of 60-plus-year-old men and women on the Democratic side believe the garbage they're buying into because they are afraid of their 25-year-old staffers. There's just no way. So this idea here that they all think it's completely fine that men play in women's sports is laughable. But the vote failed. Tommy Tuberville's bill did not pass, and across the country, there will be men competing in women's sports all over the place. And I'll tell you, you can make the argument that it's only so many here and so many there. It doesn't matter. Every time it happens, Americans will see it and they will not like it. Democrats will continue to lose this front of the culture war as long as they continue to deny scientific reality. The group of people that tell you all the time, trust the science, hate the science when it doesn't go their way. And the simple fact is, there are men and there are women. And are there abnormalities? Sure. But being transgender is not a scientific fact. It's a lifestyle choice.
Every year in Alabama, we miss out on between $65 and $90 million in tax revenue by not legalizing sports betting here in our state. Money that can be used to improve our roads and bridges, or elevate our school systems and support our first responders. Contact your legislator to ensure sports betting is legalized in Alabama. Learn more at betonalabama.com.